Though some are ready to crown Manchester City Premier League champions already, there is still a fair way to go in the 2020-21 season yet. But there isn't too much time left for players to stake a claim for the PFA Player of the Year award. If the award were handed out today, who would deserve it most? Hey guys, we talk football here, and today we look at who has been the Premier League's Player of the Year so far this season. There have been so many great performing players in the Premier League this season, so without further ado, here's my top 5 candidates for the Player of the Year award so far. Number 1, Ruben Dias. It's tough to look past Ruben Dias for me. He isn't the only Manchester City player to have performed brilliantly this season, but he's had a transformative impact on his team that's comparable to Virgil van Dijk's arrival at Liverpool a few years ago. At the time of this video, City have conceded just 14 Premier League goals this season. After 22 games of last season, they have conceded 25. That makes a difference when you are chasing titles, and Dias has largely been responsible for it. The fact he needed no time at all to adapt to a new league and a new country should also be applauded. Dias has formed the formidable centre-back partnership with a resurgent John Stones. The duo have remarkably kept 12 clean sheets and 14 league games together so far this season to provide the solid foundation on which to build a successful title challenge. The Portugal international has been the defensive leader City have needed since the departure of club legend Vincent Kompany. After marking mistakes with previous centre-back additions, Guardiola has finally landed a player who has upgraded his side and is very well in the running for Player of the Year. Number 2, Jack Grealish. It's tough to look past Jack Grealish too. His improvement recently has been astonishing, being the star man as Villa have gone from promotion chasers to relegation survivors and now potentially Europa League challengers. Not only this, but he constantly leads the creativity charts alongside some of the league's finest, and if he continues like this, a big money move is surely on the cards. This is the year he has elevated himself to the elite and has been phenomenal for resurgent Aston Villa side, registering 6 goals and 10 assists so far. Grealish is relentless as he glides past opponents and creates chances. The midfielder's performances have seemingly convinced Gareth Southgate he can play an influential role for England at this summer's European Championships. Manchester City and Manchester United have been linked with a big money move for the player, though Villa are keen to secure his future with a new and improved contract that reflects his status as one of the Premier League's finest footballers. Number 3, Ilkay Gundogan. There are a number of Manchester City men who could be on this list, but I'm going to have to go for Ilkay Gundogan. The German midfielder has been a man reborn this season, and at the heart of everything, he is one of the main reasons Pep Guardiola's side have done well. 9 goals in 17 Premier League appearances tells you all you need to know, with the 30-year-old adding finishing to his already established arsenal. The former Borussia Dortmund man has stepped up and dragged Manchester City into a position where a 3rd title in 4 years looks nailed on. After making a name for himself in the Bundesliga as a box-to-box type player, he arrived in England to play deeper and has now become a goal-scoring midfielder reminiscent of the likes of Frank Lampard. Gundogan has delivered at a vital time of the season for City, and if he can continue his blistering form, he will be right in the reckoning for the end of the season accolades. Number 4, Harry Kane. It wasn't all that long ago people were questioning whether Harry Kane could thrive in a Jose Mourinho managed side. Suggestions that have been emphatically dismissed following the forward's brilliant form this season. In fact, it could be argued that Tottenham are too dependent on the England captain, who has taken his game to new levels during the opening months of the 2020-21 campaign. Kane's goal-scoring record remains elite, and he currently ranks 2nd in the race for the Premier League's Golden Boot, but it is the evolving side of his game that has attracted headlines this season, with no players having provided more than his 11 assists. The 27-year-old has dropped deeper and is now just as essential in Spurs' build-up play, dragging defenders out of position and finding forward runners with his well-timed passes in behind. No player has been directly involved in more than Kane's 24 goals this season. Meanwhile, his strike against West Brom last weekend saw him move behind only Jimmy Greaves amongst Spurs' all-time leading scorers. Silverware has remained elusive for Kane and the North London side, who will face Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final in April in hopes of ending the club's 13-year wait for a major trophy, could very well enhance the forward's Player of the Year hopes. Last but not least, number 5, Bruno Fernandes. Personally, I am picking Bruno Fernandes to take home the Player of the Year award this season. The midfielder has emerged as arguably the Premier League's most influential footballer since signing for Manchester United. After starring during the Red Devils' run into the Champions League places last season, Fernandes has continued to enhance his reputation as one of the division's best with a brilliant individual campaign. The Portugal international has scored 13 league goals, second only to Mohamed Salah, in addition to providing 9 assists, with only Harry Kane having been directly involved in more goals. It's a staggering rate of involvement for a midfielder, and his performances have led Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side to second in the Premier League, raising cautious optimism over a genuine title challenge. There have been few signings as transformative to a side's fortunes as Fernandes' arrival at Old Trafford. The 26-year-old is a world-class talent, and a player who makes those around him reach a higher standard. But let us know what you guys think. Who will take home the Player of the Year award in the Premier League this season? If there's anyone I missed, drop it in the comments. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.